Hey guys, welcome to the fourth episode of the Deconstructing the Music series. This is part 4 of Dream Theater's Octavarium album, so the song is going to be I Walk Beside You. Okay, so this song is the last consecutive song since the beginning of the album. As you guys know, the album starts with The Root of All Evil, and it transitions into The Answer Lies Within with the nature sound effects. And then The Answer Lies Within transitions into These Walls with a piano pitch bend. And at the end of These Walls, we hear the chimes and a tick-tock sound effect, and I think just wind, if I'm not mistaken. This is what it sounds like. Okay, so the song starts off with guitars and actually a string keyboard sound, so I'm going to play those back to back and then I'm going to play them together, so here's what they sound like. Okay, so after 4 measures of that, we go into the intro 2 section, and the guitars play a different riff, the keyboard does the same thing, but that's also when the drums and bass join in. Now we're into the first verse of the song, which is obviously where James's beautiful voice comes in.
There's a story in your eyes. I can see the hurt behind your smile. For every sign I recognize, another one escapes me. Let me know what plagues your mind. Let me be the one to know you best. Be the one to hold you up when you feel like you're sinking.
Another thing that stands out to me about the first verse is actually what one of the keyboards are doing. The Keys 2 track plays that string part that I hear from the beginning. In fact, it plays that same thing throughout probably the first pre-chorus, but anyways, the other Keys track plays a pad kind of sound, I think with a layered +1 octave or something like that. That's what it says on the transcription, and I think that means like maybe that's what the keyboard was set to. It wasn't like an overdub or anything, so as far as I know, I think that's what it means, but if for any of y'all keyboard experts, hit me up and just teach me, because I don't really know. So anyways, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so the last thing that stands out to me about this section is what the drums are doing. If you guys have watched my Wikipedia video where I break down this whole album and just like the facts and like kind of what to look forward to in the coming episodes, like these, of course, you probably can recall that I mentioned the DVD Drumavarium, which is where Mike Portnoy recorded his drum tracks from that album. He recorded it on video in the studio, so he didn't just mic it up. He also recorded it on video. I think the video was like shot multiple takes of it, and it like transitions like kind of when he goes through the song. Like it was probably recorded a few times, and then they just like kind of edited it. If that kind of makes sense. So honestly, the take isn't raw for any of the 8 songs, I would say. So not even this song "I Walk Beside You," but what he's doing in "I Walk Beside You" particularly is he actually has a tambourine mounted on the drum pole, which I didn't know about that until I watched it, and it kind of makes sense with the transcription that I found on Cram It too. So if you guys want to compare that, it'll make a lot of sense. So yeah. The next part of the song is the first pre-chorus, and once again, I just really love James's vocals on this, so let's hear that isolated.
Tell me once again, what's beneath the pain you're feeling? Don't abandon me or think you can't be saved.
I also didn't notice this in the original album mix, but there's actually a piano that really blends well with the guitars too. It's more quiet than them, but if you hear it isolated, it sounds really beautiful too. Now we're into the first chorus of the song, and what surprised me about the vocals is that they actually have heavy delay on them, which I didn't know about until I isolated them, and then when I put it back in context in the album version, it actually sounds really good, so take a listen to that.
I walk beside you, wherever you are, whatever it takes, no matter how far. Through all that may come and all that may go, I walk beside you, I walk beside you. Think you can't be saved. I walk beside you, wherever you are, whatever it takes, no matter how far. Through all that may come and all that may go, I walk beside you, I walk beside you.
Another thing I love about this section is what the guitar is doing. Another thing that I found interesting about the chorus is what the keyboards are doing. The piano does a nice piece for the first 4 bars, and then it actually is layered with strings. Once again, I don't know if that is recorded separately because I've always I've always wanted to know that question since the first episode when I talked about the root of all evil, because I believe that had some parts that were layered with strings, and I think I also said that on the last episode, which was These Walls. So at least on the root of all evil, These Walls, and this song, I Walk Beside You, have the piano layered with strings. But not only that, but on the other keyboard track, it has the same string patch effect, just like on the intro. So I'm going to play those two separately, and then I'm going to play them together. So see what you think. Okay, so like I said about the drums on the first verse, Mike tracks it by playing a tambourine while he's playing the rest of the kit. Like he plays a tambourine as the snare, I should say, when he's not using the snare. But on the choruses, he apparently has overdubbed shakers and apparently a tambourine too. The only thing that's showed as an extra clip on the Drumavarium video is him playing the shaker, but I don't know why it's not the tambourine. So this is what the drumless version sounds like.
I walk beside you wherever you are, whatever it takes, no matter how far, through all that may come and all that may go. I walk beside you, I walk beside you.
So if you guys were able to hear that tambourine in the mix, unfortunately, that is not available by itself, and same for the shakers, and for some reason it's not shown in the Drumavarium video, so I'm not sure why, but so you'll have to let me know in the comments below if y'all know anything behind that, so yeah. Okay, so the next four measures after the chorus is when the band kind of resets the mood and goes into the second verse, like we kind of like prepares for the second verse, I should say, aka the re-intro. Alright, there wasn't anything I could find out of the ordinary in the re-intro, so for the second verse there are a few differences though. The drums actually have the upbeat on the snare instead of on the tambourine like in the first verse. The guitar one track has that same riff as a mono. There is also a second guitar that plays in the background that does kind of the same thing as the pad keyboard sound was doing in the first verse, so here it is isolated. Alright, so the second pre-chorus is pretty much the same as the first chorus, except there's different lyrics on this one.
Tell me once again what's below the
chorus 2 is the same as chorus 1, so let's move on to the bridge. Okay, so one of my favorite things about the bridge is actually what the background vocals are doing. Also, the additional percussion that's in that section is not a shaker, but just a tambourine. So here's the drumless track because the tambourine is not available by itself. Now we have the last chorus, and that's in a key up than the previous choruses. I'm not sure what key it's in because I'm not really a master of chords, but I just love the way James sings because his voice is even higher in range, so here it is.
I walk beside you wherever you are, whatever it takes, no matter how far, through all that may come and all that may go. I walk beside you, I walk beside you.
There's nothing really special I could find in the outro, so I'm just going to play the different instruments one track at a time throughout that whole section, so enjoy this. Alright, so that's all I have for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'm hoping to post the next episode either tomorrow or when summer starts, so that'll be in a couple weeks, because in 2 weeks I have the exam, so I have to be studying starting I think this Monday, so I will either post the next episode tomorrow, May 10th, or possibly sometime in late May, so yeah, the next song will be Panic Attack, which is the next song after I Walk Beside You, so, and yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the full Octavarium album, I definitely would recommend that. And same for their new album, Parasomnia, because that's a great album too. I can't really cover it in this series because the isolated tracks are not available, and Cram It existed way before that was even a thing, before the Parasomnia album, so I can't do that, but I'm definitely going to do a lot more Dream Theater songs, so be sure to subscribe and look forward to that, and yeah, be sure to like the video, and look forward to whatever content I post on this channel and my Trickshot YouTube channel, so thanks again for watching, and see you guys later.